warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Before we start our presentation, let me tell about our topic, which is alcohol in food extraction versus final content. First of all, about the background of the story, it happened in Flavor House, which is company that develop and manufacture flavoring ingredient for food, beverage, pharmaceutical, perfume, and other consumer product. In this scenario, ethanol is used as solvent to extract vanilla flavor. However, the final vanilla extract contains about 0.1 percentage residual alcohol. The issue arises when the company want to market the products as alcohol-free despite the presence of 0.1 percentage alcohol residue. As a halal executive in this company, it is important to verify the source of the amount of alcohol used, review laboratory results, and ensure that product labeling reflects the actual composition of the product. For the choice, in this case, we are faced with an ethical dilemma involving product to decide whether to prioritize profit and marketing or provide transparent information. Okay, Abra, for the choice A.
Alright, choice A is to prioritize profit and marketing. In this option, the company promotes the product as alcohol-free to increase market appeal and attract more customers, even though the product contains residual alcohol. The main goal of this choice is to increase sales and maximize profit.
Okay, Fik, what about choice B?
Okay, for the choice B, for the product contains residual alcohol, do clearly disclose on the label and in advertising. Honest and accurate information allows consumers to make informed decisions and protects their right to transparency.
For the conclusion, therefore, it is more ethical to disclose the presence of 0.1 percentage residual alcohol rather than market the product as alcohol-free. This ensures the compliance with a halal principle, consumer right, and ethical business practice.
Next, for the Islamic rules and dalil, the prohibition of alcohol in Islam is not only being on intoxicant, but the fact that it can make Muslims forget they are prayer in a state of intoxication. The goal of alcoholic beverage unlawful is to protect the human intellectual ability because alcoholic beverage can damage mental consciousness and sanity. Supplication and dua may be not answered. This is based on the hadith of An-Nawawi collection. Next, alcohol is a flammable and intoxicating chemical in liquid form. The evidence for its prohibition came from a hadith from Ummul Mu'minin Sayyidatina Aisha radhiyallahu anhu, where the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Kullu sharabi askari fahuwa haram." The meaning is all drinks that produce intoxication are haram, prohibited to drink. Sahih al-Bukhari. From Jabir radhiyallahu anhu, the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, in meaning is if a large quantity of any beverage intoxicates, then a small amount of it is prohibited. Sunan Abu Dawud, Sunan At-Tirmidhi.
For my part is being a good professional as a halal executive. The first one is responsibility as a worker. Perform duties with honesty and integrity, follow rules, law and company policies, ensure work does not harm public interest, and maintain professional ethics at all times. The second one is, will I report a mistake? Yes, a good professional must report mistakes. Avoid hiding errors to protect oneself. Reporting helps. The first one is prevent bigger problems, improve system and safety, and third is maintain transparency. Okay, for the third one is, will I say no to a bribe or misconduct? A professional must reject bribery and corruption. Bribes lead to unfair decision, loss of integrity, and legal consequences. And the last one is, will I tell the truth to the public? Of course, yes, always provide accurate and honest information, especially important in food industry, health-related matters, and the last one is consumer products.
Solution. Based on the case, the product contains 0.1 residual alcohol, although it still complies with halal regulation and legal limits. The company must decide whether it is ethical to market the product as alcohol-free. So the first action. The action taken by the halal executive and flavor technologies is not to market the product as alcohol-free. Instead, they clearly disclose that the final product contains 0.1 residual alcohol, or the second, the product still complies with halal regulation and legal requirements. And justification, from an ethical perspective, this decision is important because First, consumer have the right to receive accurate information about the product they purchase. And the second, transparency help build trust between the company and consumer. And the third, labeling the product as alcohol free could mislead consumer, especially those who are sensitive to any alcohol content for religious or personal reason. And justification from a professional perspective, the first is accurate labeling reflect professional responsibility and ethical conduct. Or second, food professional must uphold integrity and honesty in all communication. Third, compliance with halal standard should always be accompanied by truthful disclosure to maintain public confidence. So the result of that, consumer can make informed purchasing decision, the company's reputation and consumer trust are protected, the risk of complaints or reputational damage is reduced. And the lastly is the company demonstrate its commitment to ethical and professional practice in the food industry.
In conclusion, this slide highlights that legal compliance alone may be not sufficient to ensure ethical integrity in halal food labeling. Although trace amount of alcohol may be legally permitted and not affect a product's halal certification, manufacturers still have a moral responsibility to be transparent with consumer. Clear and honest disclosure help build consumer trust and ensure that halal principles are upheld to only through regulatory standards but also through ethical values, accountability, and integrity.